So my mate and I made some group Ironman accounts on old school RuneScape. We first met on this game over a decade ago. After on and off playing OSRS for over 11 years now, we finally decided to take the plunge into Ironman mode. This is Duo Everything, a series of videos that's going to show our progression throughout our group Ironman journey. My intention is to post an update every 7 in-game days, or about every 168 hours of playtime. This will vary around a little bit since Xanth is currently able to play a bit more than me due to some of my real-life goals. That said, another 168 hours have come and gone. This is what we've managed to achieve in that time. Besides farming this guy to get Xanth and me some black d'hide bodies, I also finished off getting us both power amulets from the crazy archaeologist in the wilderness. I didn't record it because I wasn't expecting it to take just one additional kill, but you can never really guess when you're going to get something above drop rate. But with that out of the way, I started working towards the stats needed to enter the Warriors Guild, but not before turning in the crystal keys that we've been saving up. Not bad. I also started birdhouse runs for the first time on this account. Feels nice to get some passive hunter experience because I despise training hunter. I know full well how awesome it can be, but meh. I think I'm gonna push this one off a bit. Now, while AFK training on Fossil Island to edit together some stuff, I had played with the idea of letting the curved and long bones add up in my bank for a good long while before turning them all in. I mean, just seeing that massive experience drop is a nice dopamine rush, but then I figured that I would rather have the experience sooner. Skip some of the tedium of early construction. But before we could do that, it was quest time. There we are! Yes, that sweet, sweet construction experience. Still nowhere close to where it needs to be, but we'll get there, I'm sure. Let's go knock out some other tedious tasks in the meantime. I feel as if these are the lifeblood of our accounts, because we can't stand training agility. I really should finish off my graceful set, though. And the second lifeblood of our accounts, at least currently. Neither of us can craft them yet, so this is the best method for us, at least until higher level Slayer creatures are unlocked. I honestly can't wait for them, because doing stuff like this is just outright annoying. I've never really farmed Wintertot before, and after dying 3 times in 6 KC, said, fuck it. I have better things to do, like getting my damn Dragon Defender, now that I have the stats for it. Low KC to get all of those, right? I thought that too, and was immediately concerned that I'd go as dry as Xanth did on his. There it is. 312 KC. Now, where to go from here, I asked myself. My combat skills were looking okay for the, at this point in the video, just shy of 9 days worth of hours played, but I knew that there wasn't much I could really tackle, especially with how stingy we're being with our prayer potion supply. It seems like a question to answer later though, because a work day was right around the corner. What did I do while at work? Yep, decided to knock this out, so I could catch us some magpies. It won't really give us anything we need, save for the sinister keys, but I figured that it could be an additional way to get some coin together. After having a look at the loot table, my thought was, hey, lots of alks, and those keys could be huge for us if I can find a lot of magpies. It is what it is, I guess. At this point, it was time to find something I could send me AFK. I had D&D coming up. Options? AFK as skill, like fishing, woodcutting, maybe fletching. I need more combat experience, so let's do some Slayer.
Konar decided that she wanted to assign me 170 fire giants in the catacombs. Bleh, miserable, right? Especially at my low combat, low range, yada yada. Took a good 3.5 hours or so, but I mean, hey, I was in the middle of D&D, not like it mattered. and I ended up getting 4 brimstone keys off of it. I am perfectly okay with this, so let's go open them up and see what we get. Not too happy about the next task, jellies inside of the Fremding Slayer dungeon. Bleh. But, let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this, and get these keys. Okay, alcohol. Okay. Ooh, 33 uncut rubies, that's nice. And a whole bunch of raw shard. I mean, okay, that's cool. I'll take it.
Here's hoping for more uncut gems in the future. Those are going to be vital for enchanting bolts. And one thing that I've noticed, the shops that I currently have access to are always bought out. The rest of our time was spent just grinding things out. We started with quests, naturally. Gotta get them knocked out at some point or another because of how useful they are to complete. Plus, we really want to work our way up to Barrows gloves. With that delectable upgrade out of the way, we just went back to the grind. I went and nabbed some seaweed spores with that Brian Saber that Xanth farmed up for me, then worked on some of that tedious stuff in between Slayer tasks, making super attacks and prayer potions, farm runs, things like that. All useful items that'll help us out, but speaking of Slayer, I got my first big reward, which was very nice. Xanth and I are so close to the Slayer helmet, so that's what we've been working on, but even with point boosting, you're bound to run into things like this every now and then. I didn't even know that these guys had a superior.
Indeed. Well, here's our first superior while I'm over here trying to point boost. Let's see if we get lucky.
What's the drop rate on?
I don't know, but I didn't get anything.
Despite having gotten 99 Slayer nearly 2 full times now, I honestly didn't know that these little guys even had a superior. I'm really not used to low-level Slayer anymore. Despite that though, we can both check one more big upgrade off the list.
And here it is. Slayer helmet unlocked. Let's go get this puppy crafted.
Sweet. Now just to get it imbued. Xanth tried his hand at the Nightmare Zone and very quickly learned, for both of our sakes, that isn't something that we can really tackle right now, which is a shame. Didn't stop me from getting one of these, though. Now, this next part is going to take a minute to play out. We burned through a large number of quests for their experience, their benefits, and to draw ever closer to another big upgrade, Barrows gloves. Not gonna lie, it took a while to go through all of these. By this point, we were right around 12.5 days worth of hours played. There are some specific goals I set for both of us to get before we started running through the one piece of content that could give us some incredible gear upgrades: Barrows. There was still so much to do though. Several skilling grinds and tons of quest points to gain. The day 14 account age was rapidly approaching, and I really wanted those expensive gloves before that point. Despite the drive to meet this goal though, I still did get sidetracked with a number of things. It felt nice getting these. Coins are precious to us still, given the construction grind that we have coming up. These rings will at least allow us to not have to click on a pile of coins after every Slayer creature we hunt. I also ran and got these charged without dying, so that's a bonus. I also decided to do that medium clue that's been chilling in my bank since day one. Well, was hoping for a better reward, but that still wasn't bad. I'd like to have all of the god books fully completed one day. That's a much later goal though. For now, it's time to tackle every PKer's favorite quest, Desert Treasure. Felt nice to get that out of the way. Took about an hour and a half to run through it, which wasn't bad. I remember the first time I ever did Desert Treasure, it took me the better part of 4 hours. I feel like I was really bad back then. Maybe I still am, I don't know. We still have a major goal to reach, and we're running out of time, so fuck it. Time for more quests.
The main grind of the last 168 hours has been loads and loads of quests. I think the next 168 hours we can just take a break from doing quests because fuck me, I am so tired of these.
At one point, this would have been the quest cape.
Yeah, I know.
That's what the point of Recipe for Disaster was.
Yep. But we're at 13 days, 21 hours, and we're about to go in and see if we can secure some Barrows gloves. So, good luck us.
You'll be fine.
Well, with all of those done and a massive milestone achieved on both of our accounts, it's time to bring this video to a close. This is where my bank ended up a couple of hours before the 14th day started. Compared to the last video, this feels like a massive amount of progress. If Xanth's bank was organized, I'd show his too. Still have a ways to go before I'm happy with the stats, but damn! To me, this is looking nicer after a little over 300 hours of progress. Tell me if I'm bad in the comments below. Here is my drop log as well. After this plays out, that'll do it for this episode. In the next episode, as stated earlier, Barrows. Lots and lots of Barrows, assuming we can sustain our prayer potions. Got a few other goals on the mind as well. One that involves killing close to 5,000 dragons. Now for the typical YouTube ending. If you like what you see, please drop a like on the video and leave a comment down below. It does something with the algorithm and is going to help the video spread around. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Besides OSRS videos, you can expect variety gaming content from us. Most of our other videos are a lot more fun as well because they aren't scripted like this one. If you don't want to do any of that though, that's fine. I still appreciate you taking the time to watch the video until this point. Lastly, the description has links to our Twitch and our Discord. We hope to see y'all in one, if not both, of those places. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks with episode 3 of Duo Everything.